So
did you meet him when you were locked or?
no.
Oh, okay.
I met him when I was afroed out. I met him. I had a big fro the night that I met him. Actually.
Okay. So he's a kind of a natural type of guy anyway. Okay.
Well, he got my attention because I was in a room full of straight-haired women. It was a typical like New York club night. So I actually was very much an anomaly that night. I think I had on jeans and flats and a tank top.
Okay.
And everyone else had on stilettos and, you know, like it was that kind of night. And I had a big fro. And he's like, I like your hair. And I was like, oh. And you know what also I enjoy? I enjoy that. I enjoy that when I present myself to the world, or as I present myself to this man who ended up becoming my husband, that he saw me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
You saw this is
this
is what you buy.
Yeah.
Anything else is extra.
Yeah.
But this is it.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like.
I love it.
And the confidence and the comfort that comes from having someone accept you.
Right. Right.
I remember other boyfriends being like, okay, I'm gonna wet my hair now. I'm just letting you know. And if you still like me after I wet my hair, then you're cool. You're a really, really great guy. But you know what I mean? Like, there's like that, like that. There's like
oh my God! No, it's
like
real.
A trust
That's
level.
so
like,
real. That's so real.
Like I like you and all, but you ain't seen my hair.
I know,
so,
right?
You know, like you have no idea who I am.
Exactly. That's me right there. You have no idea.
And
you're not gonna find out.
You're not gonna find out.
But what about going to Howard? Didn't that create some sort of foundation for
naturalness?
Yeah, and identity and.
Yes and no. I mean, the gamut existed there. I don't know, like, I'll tell you my Howard story, my Howard hair story. When I got to Howard, I was natural. I'd always been natural. I'm from LA. So I won't say I never had a perm. When I got to college, I didn't have a perm. I had a perm before. And my hair was braided. And I remember being, like, so I got there in August. It's getting to like September's my birthday, like September. These braids got to come out in about like a couple more weeks. It's not gonna last forever. And I remember panicking, like what am I, like I can't do my hair. What am I gonna do? So I took them out with my girlfriends in my dorm. And I remember Ayanna, I'll never forget. It was like a color purple moment. So they took all the braids out. My hair is like,
right.
And she looked at me, she's like, perm it. I don't know what to do. Perm it. So she gave me a perm.
Wow.
Which was horrible and done wrong.
Right.
So then I had to cut. And then I ended up going, you know, like shaved in the back with a long front. I did the whole T-boss thing for a while.
Cute.
And I actually thought it was cute, but it was also like, it just keeps growing like every week. Like I wanted something that required
less maintenance. Yeah, it's
less
very.
maintenance.
Those short styles are very high maintenance.
I want a maintenance-free life. If I like, as I get older, I evaluate my acquisitions. I'm like, this would be wonderful to have. Oh, I really want that car. How much it costs to fix?
Right.
How much it costs to drive? How much it costs?
Absolutely.
You can keep that car.
Absolutely.
Next car.
Yeah.
Like I would really love this, condo. Is that I have to mow that car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Like how much do I really want to be? Because I believe that you should be able to maintain what you acquire. So I feel like you get so much you can't. Like you're spending all your time doing your hair. Like when I first locked. I locked the pretty way. I didn't lock the ugly way.
Okay.
I got extensions. My friend,
Oh yeah, that is a pretty way.
She, because I didn't want to go through, and also the textures of my hair are different.
Okay.
So my hair wouldn't lock everywhere as fast.
Okay.
So it helps me. I didn't mind. I was good with that.
But there is maintenance because you have to keep it moisturized, right?
You should. You should. It's not maintenance free.
Right.
It's less maintenance.
Yeah. Less maintenance.
Yeah.
It's not maintenance free. It's you should do all the things that you actually do with your own hair.
Yeah.
You should tie it up at night.
Yeah.
You should moisturize. You should wash, weekly. You should condition and deep clean. Yeah, I don't do all that.
Yeah.
I know. And I probably should. It would be even better if I did.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, I was about to say it's
Yeah.
beautiful. You have a nice texture where you can not. do all that.
Yeah, but I do like in the wintertime with the air blowing, the hot air that blows. That's not blowing now, but
Like a steam.
Well, I need more steam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, because I get very dry. Do you guys get dry?
Yeah,
yeah. Mhm.
Definitely. I haven't. Yeah, my hair is natural, and it's
Yeah.
humidity. Anything will dry it
Yeah.
out.
So
like,
dry.
Yeah.
My skin too. I feel like I woke up this morning and like my lips were cracking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
I
the
was
it's the
like,
heat.
It's the heat
Yeah.
blowing,
It's the
blowing,
heat.
blowing.
Yeah.
So every day I get up. I wet my hair every day.
Okay.
Every day.
All right. That's good.
And oil every so often.
Yeah.
And
So you're natural under
Yes,
there? Yeah, me
definitely
too.
Natural.
Are you?
I
I've
am,
been
and
natural
when
for
I take
years.
it out, I'm one of
like
those.
it?
No, I'm one of these people. I don't know what to do, and all I think of about my father in the back of my head going, "Do something with that hair. Do something with that hair." So I just and it's out. It's a lot, and I do not feel comfortable. So I would love listening to you talk about and your confidence with it because I'm not confident at all.
yeah, I wanted to like when I figured when I got rid of these locks, whenever that is. I don't know that I ever will because I really like them. But if I do, I think I might like shave my head. I just think like as a woman, I don't even know what my head looks like.
Well, you know what? I can tell you that if you're one of the people who could shave your hair and be beautiful.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
I
yes.
no. I got
I'm serious.
I agree.
Right? Don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I got a little cone head with a dent in the middle. So much so, seriously, that when I would go to hairdressers in DC after I got my perm, right? The first time I sat in her chair, she reached into my head and popped out. And I was like, I know there's a dent. She was like, oh, okay. She was like, there's like a dent in your head.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a little, like
wow.
a noticeable dent.
Oh, okay.
So part of me is like, can I shave my head?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you could.
But I just feel like as women, we're not allowed to know our whole self. You're not allowed to know what your head looks like. And to know what you look like with short hair, to know what you look like with long hair, to know what you look like with or without makeup, to know what you look like. We're not allowed to be all of that. And I admire the women that let themselves.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. Hey.
Right.
How long
hilarious.
do you enjoy like doing your hair? Do you like weaves and stuff? Do you like the diversity of that?
I like the diversity. I like changing. Because I feel like my life might be a little mundane. So I feel like I can come in and look like whoever I want to, and it's my little excitement to, kind of spice up, my little existence. I know that's sad, but
No, it's not. My cast member said, Angel Moore, she said that because she is a chameleon. Like I saw her and cast her, and she came, and I was like, who are you? She was like, you cast me. I was like, that's you? But she said it's her meditation.
yeah,
She does her hair at night. It's her meditation.
yeah.
She just changes it. She'll add pieces, let pieces go, change the texture, curl,
Right.
straight, like she
Right.
says. And she has so many like styles.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the versatility. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I wear my own hair twisted sometimes.
Okay.
Particularly in the summertime, I'll twist my own hair, or I'll do like bantu knots or twist outs, and I follow like all these different ladies on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
I have like a closet full of different like natural hair products. Like
Okay.
I've tried everything, but for the most part, for maintenance reasons, like I don't really have the time.
Right.
To do my hair, it takes a long
I know,
time to twist it, just to even take them out sometimes.
Natural is not easier.
Yeah.
Natural is not easy. Unless you're washing and going,
Right.
it's not easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't stand not being. I remember my husband being like, I'm going to bed. And I'd be like, I got to do my We're up doing my hair
Yeah.
and he's knocked
Yeah.
out. I was like,
Yeah.
this is not fair. It's just not fair. So I definitely enjoy that. But our look is very political, and unfortunately, we have to truly work in this business, unless, this is controversial, I would say unless you're like African, where they
Okay.
expect you to be beautiful and Afrocentric.
Okay.
Like there's something about being African American where they're like, you have to be as white and African American as possible.
Oh yeah, even in the corporate level. Because I
Yeah.
wore braids over the summer. I didn't want to, but I was getting hot flashes, and I'm like, I can't with these wigs. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
So I said, I'm going to braid my hair, and I was terrified because I work with a bunch of white males, and in a very in a railroad setting. Okay, so I was just like, I don't think this is going to go over well. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to use the excuse I'm going on vacation, and this is my vacation hair. So I came in, they all kind of walked by and looked at me. And then when I took the braids out, one of my, he's a deputy director, came over and said, the braids were cute, but I like this so much better.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I said, yeah. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Makes me want to cry.
I
That
knew
happened to a
it.
friend of mine. She was a DA in Philly, and they actually pulled the African American women that were senior to her. Actually pulled her aside and said that she needed to start perming her hair, or straightening it at the very least, because the office was not conducive to African American women wearing their hair natural.
It's very political.
Yeah, and it's all about whether or not, particularly like in legal field, whether you
Wait,
fit
but the black
in.
women pulled her. I am done.
Yeah.
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 If
Yeah.
you want your career to take a certain trajectory,
Right.
then you have to be able to play by certain rules and fit in within a certain culture. Because I've had friends who had summer associate positions, and they didn't do that. They didn't do certain things, like they didn't do the after work parties, the drinking parties, the dinner parties, and they were told, your work is fine, we have no problem with it, it's just that we don't think you fit within the culture.
They
will deny you a position because of that.
It's more, they want to know if you're social. They want
Can
to
you
know
fit
if you're
in?
likable.
Right.
It's very crazy.
That's why I ain't got no job. That is why I don't have a job, because there's part of me that is so resistant to you need to come in locks.
Yeah.
Why? You need to come. You need to alter yourself. You need to change your name.
Yeah. You're very political. You are, because as an actress taking this stance,
I'm very political.
that's highly political, right? Because you're an actress
definitely.
too.
That's
Yes.
why I don't want to work. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And my husband has this conversation with me all the time. He was like, you achieve whatever you want to achieve. And I was like, you're right, baby, thank you. And he was like, you don't want it. Because if you want it, you'd make the changes. You're not willing to make those changes, so you don't really want to be, the next, best actress nominee. You don't, because you're not gonna be. You're not gonna be. And I'm not saying that it's because you're not talented, or there's the culture of the world around you. He's like, you have so many things against you. You're tall, but you're not thin.
Right.
So you either have to be short and fat,
Right.
or tall and thin.
Right.
But pick one. You can't be whatever you are.
Right.
You can't be that.
Right.
You have locks. You're not fair. You're not. I'm not the ingenue. I'm not the love interest.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be opposite.
Right.
Morris Chestnut.
Right.
Denzel
But what about
Washington.
people like Ava DuVernay, who's starting to come up in film? And
I hope what I've seen before her. I mean, her trajectory is just beginning.
Right.
But I think most of the people who are of color that I met, both in front of and behind the camera, behind the scenes, we have these same conversations.
Right.
Like that, we're not on like different pages.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you want to work, you make some concessions, and there's always the idea that once you get to a place where you can make changes,
Right.
you'll make changes. But you have to change so much about yourself to get to that place
Right.
that
Yeah.
I find that a lot of people don't
Right.
make those changes.
Right. Unless you're behind the scenes. If you're behind the scenes, you have a little bit more leeway,
a little bit
don't
more,
you?
but still, and you have people like Shonda Rhimes doing wonderful
Right.
work. But she said, part of her strategy was to make, Grey and Grey's Anatomy white. Like, you have to get these white people on board.
Yep.
Even as a writer, I have a friend of mine, there's a play that I wrote that it's some darn good writing, and it's some of my best writing. And the people that I send it to agree that it's great, but they're not going to produce it. because they don't feel like it fits the culture of their brand or the culture of their audience or, and she's like, you have to figure out how to write your stories so that white people
can play a role.
Just like them.